Topping today's news, police investigating an overnight shooting in Foxdale that claimed the life of a 26-year-old man. The Minister of National Security on the missing American and court security. New job opportunities coming to Grand Bahama, and it's National Flag Day and the final night for competition at the Olympic trials. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jorino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Police want your help in finding two men responsible for the fatal shooting of a 26-year-old man. The incident occurred shortly after 10 p.m. last night in the Foxdale subdivision off Bernard Road in the Fox Hill community. Police say the victim, who has been identified as Durante Davis, arrived at his residence on Carriage Lane and was immediately approached and shot multiple times by two men who got out of a gray Japanese vehicle. Emergency medical services personnel pronounced him dead at the scene. Reports say that the victim was involved with the stabbing death of Doris Johnson High School student Adonis Wilson, and that was on Prince Charles Drive near the Blanco Bleach facility in 2015. Wilson was the son of a prison officer. Last night's victim was found guilty of manslaughter in that incident, accused of providing the knife that was used in that murder, but was freed after appealing the case. Police investigations continue into last night's shooting. While at the Ministry of National Security headquarters to launch several new anti-crime initiatives on Thursday, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munro, responded to questions regarding missing American 41-year-old Taylor Casey and criticisms that authorities are not working hard enough to solve this case.
I always find it odd when people say the police aren't working hard enough, as if they know what the police are doing. To say that I'm not working hard enough, you should know everything that I'm doing. I don't even know everything they're doing. I know that they brief me. I tell them not to brief me on sensitive things for obvious reasons, in case I slip and tell you all about it. So I know that they have made an extensive survey of the entire area using the drone technology that we have. I know they've used technology with regard to cell phone of the individual. I know that they've interviewed people, which is standard. I know that they've met with representative of the U.S. government. I know they're receiving assistance from the FBI, who I trust people believe will tell them all that they think they should be doing. And the search continues as far as I'm aware.
With the eyes of the international media focused on the Bahamas once again, and with pressure on the police to get to the bottom of this matter, Minister Munro expressed confidence that every effort is being made to locate Miss Carey and hopefully have her safely returned to her family in the United States. Following a brazen shooting in the parking lot of the Magistrates Court complex on Nassau Street on Wednesday, the Bahamas Bar Association is demanding urgent improvements to the security afforded to judicial officers, prosecutors, and the public, as well as private criminal defense attorneys. Well, Thursday, National Security Minister Wayne Munro responded, saying security concerns continue to be addressed at the courts.
I initiated the Security and Intelligence Branch to do a security assessment of the Magistrates Court complex, which they did, taking into account the positioning of the CCTV cameras, the control of access to the parking of judges, and the security deployment of the detail there at the court. There were issues there about their camera systems. The Security and Intelligence Branch did an assessment and delivered a report.
Minister Munro says to improve security infrastructure at the Magistrates Court, there remains an obvious need for increased resources and manpower.
I understand that this shooting at the Magistrates Court complex may have taken place on the upper eastern parking lot area, which isn't utilized by judges at all. And the question would be manpower resources to address to it. It is unfortunate that we have groups of young men who seem to make it their mission to try to kill one another. and are trying to kill one another in public places. And the reality of it is, regardless of how wide you extend the cordon, if they are willful in their efforts to get one another, then things like this will happen.
According to Minister Monroe, national security and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force have already beefed up security around courts with increased CCTV coverage and traffic controls, particularly in the area of the Supreme Court on Bank Lane. Minister of Energy and Transport, Jobeth Kobe Davis, says that she fully supports the National Maritime Instruction and Training Bill 2024, describing the bill as historic and revolutionary on Thursday in the House of Assembly. She expressed her excitement because the bill will allow for deeper partnerships between the government and the LJM Maritime Academy, which can only further cement the Bahamas as a leader in the maritime industry.
It is therefore my submission as the Minister of Energy and Transport that the bill before us will solidify our nation's compliance with the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping for Seafarers and expand our reputation in the maritime field.
The bill represents an education opportunity for those interested in the maritime sector and highlights the government's commitment to growing the industry. With those goals in mind, Minister Kobe Davis is encouraging those interested to pursue a career in the maritime industry.
Robust maritime training program can produce excellent seafarers. A well-trained and experienced seafarer can earn a decent salary. I have to remind our people, come to this sector. The salaries are good and decent. By investing in the expansion of the maritime training opportunities, we are contributing to the financial well-being of Bahamian citizens in the long term. The maritime industry is vast and encompasses various sectors, each with its own salary structure. Some sectors such as offshore and cruise ships, merchant shipping, and tugboats offer decent wages.
Key objectives of the National Maritime Instruction and Training Bill 2024 are to promote the LJM Academy as a nationally recognized institute for instruction and training and advance the economic growth of the Bahamas. And finally, in this segment, celebrating National Flag Day, the National Independence Secretariat held a special ceremony today at the office of the Governor General, Cynthia Pratt. Chairperson for the National Independence Secretariat and Member of Parliament for Seabreeze, Leslie Bryce, highlighted some of the planned events and encouraged Bahamians to participate.
So this is the start of our national events for our 51st anniversary. Tomorrow we're celebrating National Buy Bahamian Day. And we encourage Bahamians just to go out and support our creatives, support our entrepreneurs. Let's go to the farmers markets who are open tomorrow. Let's buy our fruits and our vegetables. There's a long list of items that we would have published in the newspaper on Monday. And so we're asking the Bahamian public to get involved. Let's get excited. This is our country and we are one people united in love and service. And so National Independence Team, along with PS Jack Thompson, they've done a phenomenal job with trying to be creative. We're thinking out of the box and we're just ensuring that there's something for every Bahamian to celebrate, no matter young, the old, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, there's something on the calendar for you to celebrate.
Permanent Secretary to the Governor General, Jack Thompson, explains the theme for this year's independence celebrations that depict the character traits of the Bahamian people.
That the theme for this year's independence is one people united in love and service. And those of us who know the national pledge know that that was lifted from the national pledge. Following a very successful Golden Jubilee anniversary celebrations, we thought that as we transition now to the next 50 years, and as we look forward to even before the 50th year, our Diamond Jubilee, we are to promote love, unity, and service.
Chairperson Bryce said independence celebration events will not be as big as last year, but will be just as fun and engaging. You're listening to JCN News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.